Well, buen dia to you all, and welcome to my little indoor kitchen garden in my house. So, as you can see, hydroponic towers is busy being assembled and just reformulated a little bit. But other than that, life continues. This last week has been non-stop. Go, 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 go. First of all, yesterday was a day of drama. One of our clients, him and his wife decided to go to Peru for a couple of weeks, travel South America, just country hopping and all of that while they wait for the residency to come through. And they lost the documents and they had no copies of nothing. So obviously we James Bonds over here, so I have notarized copies of everybody's passports, driver's license, and a birth certificates, because I like to keep things in order, and if there is a shortage of something, I have a backup of something. That's how I roll. And that's what makes PRC services so unique, because we all operate like that. We plan ahead. So they didn't want to accept the email copy, they didn't want to accept any other copy, they wanted to see a paper copy. So, because I know the clients are panicked, what we do is we make plans. So, my laptop gave trouble and I couldn't get into their files. I couldn't get any of the documents to print or anything like that. So, I had to find somebody to retrieve my data from my laptop last night. So, I found some MacGyver in Kakupe, so off I go. 10 o'clock at night, laptop in hand, with a full hope of hell, try to resolve it. And we did. 12 o'clock. But as I'm sitting there, I'm still networking because I need to get these documents to my clients in Peru as quick as possible. So through a contact and another network of another contact and another network of another contact, we got a truck driver that was going to Peru to that direction. So truck driver, 45 minutes later, 12:30, quarter to 1, I think the truck driver stopped at the filling station we agreed upon, picked up the documents. I gave him some dinero to say thank you very much. He immediately takes the client, spoke to them, gave his live location. He says, you can follow me all the way and we can meet each other just as you cross the border. What a fucking way of sorting things out. But that is what we do. That is what life is supposed to be like. So let's have a sip of coffee of that. So clearly the laptop is completely gone. My last volunteer's cat destroyed it, and then Windows updated something and something crashed and I couldn't save it. I mean, it's now the second time in 1 year, so it's a sign. So I have to go buy a laptop. I'm allergic to buying a laptop, so I'm first going second hand, have a look around what's available. I hate spending money on things that doesn't need to be replaced. I mean, if it still works, it works. The money can go somewhere else. That's how I roll. And, besides Eden Country Club, which is phenomenal by itself, and some people ask me about monthly expenses. Now, the only monthly expenses that you have is you water your lights, and that's it, and take care of your garden, and, get involved in the community, See a need, fill a need. That's how it goes. But besides that now, I looked at how complicated life is. So we're doing a lot of things. Besides the two humanitarian projects, the Eden Country Club and the Kali project, and PRA services that I'm running with my team, with Alberto and Lydia. They're phenomenal people. They run everybody else and they take care of everybody else, and it's just fun. It's just great. It's great to have people that really want something out of life, that really want to achieve something. So besides having a great team, two amazing projects, I'm also involved with a lot of humanitarian projects. And in the UK, for me, men's health was extremely important. And during lockdown, a lot of people got turned against men, and men, just got beaten by every person out there. Because if you're like me, Generation X, we don't take shit, we talk straight, and, we don't lie, we fucking straightforward. We don't tolerate those kind of things. With respect, no violence, no aggression or anything like that. That's how we are, straightforward and, get to the point. But men have been made to look horrible, and men, we don't actually have rights. In general, we don't have rights. When it comes to our children and all of those kind of things, we don't have rights. So And over the past 2 to 3 years in Paraguay, for instance, there has been an increase in suicides, especially under young men. And for me, I'm passionate about dealing with young men and helping them to overcome mental health issues, to help them, shape them at a young age to become phenomenal people. People from 30 onwards and my age and upwards, I mean, basically all you can do for people like that is bring healing and balance to their lives, but what is done is done. So for me, I try to catch the younger guys before life becomes too complicated, if you know what I mean. So anyway, so in Itigurubi we started this little group, but we are in network with a few churches as well, speaking to the pastors, the ministers, the priests about what we are doing. Now, obviously, my Spanish is limited, but I have some people that help me as well with translations, and I'm learning, so they understand that. And we are growing. I mean, even this morning, the text messages from last night's meeting, was phenomenal. I mean, I have 4 churches surrounding Kakupe, Itikarubi, Pirababui, I think San Bernardino. I can't remember now. There's another town now. Where the ministers or priests, already started sending me, details. I have a social worker in Kakupe as well that's also immediately reached out, with, okay, when is your next meeting? Can we organize? Is there a way we can have a central point? And all these kind of things. So again, besides now the annoyance of a laptop, now I'm thinking to myself, I would have to get myself a little van or something, or a little combi or something, because a transporter of some kind, because, obviously it will be vintage Volkswagen combi or something old, that I'm going to that I'm going to transform and make it right and fix it. And that's going to be for our men's group and support groups and community services and for whatever else we need it. So I'm definitely going in that direction, because a lot of people don't have transportation. And then there's also the factor of a lot of people don't have mobile phones, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but when you're broke and you have nothing else to sell but your mobile phone, that's all you have. And that makes understandable sense to me in Paraguay. So we have the men's group that I'm working on, just trying to shape new minds, to not make the mistakes that we've made, what I'm saying. So life is busy. Immigration is flourishing. Eden is going. We have people from all over the world making appointments to come through to see Eden Country Club. Conru takes care of you guys over there. There's a lovely hotel just down the road from Eden Country Club that you can stay at. He'll collect you. He'll take you around Kayukuasu. Wow! Kakawasu. Wow, Peter. Kakawasu. So anyway, got the name right, Kakawasu. So he'll take you around there and he'll, show you the gyms, the health shops, the centers, the medical centers, the schools. And, because when you move to Eden Country Club, you need to know the town as well. And we're 5 kilometers away from the town. So, I mean, obviously, you need to know where you are, get to know the area. So he's lovely. He takes you out, shows you the land, shows you everything else that's happening. Part of our agreement we have with PRS Services is that they take care of all the investors' immigration for free. It's part of the package deal. Because we brought 2 projects together to become one project, obviously we want to contribute something extra for our investors, the residential investors. So, besides the weather being fucking weird and, laptop and the spider bite, oh man, I tell you, it's like an ingrown hair. That's the only thing I can explain it. It feels like that, and your body is rejecting the venom and whatever bit me. But I know it's a spider because I got the little corpse there in the bed. So again, taking care of yourself, you have to. It's fucking uncomfortable, and it's like there's a lot of things I can't do. Like even with yoga, I'm like, it's like a pimple, it needs to go, and I'm like, it's too sensitive. So I can handle a lot of pain, but that under the arm, that is way too excruciating. But anyway, we'll let it do its thing, little bit. So again, A lot of good things are happening for us here. We started the men's group, as I mentioned as well, but we're also working now with getting some ladies together to form a ladies group in Itakarubi. Now, there's a dear friend of mine. She's a Supreme Court judge up the road as well. She deals with a lot of single mothers and children groups as well. So we're going to bring a lot of things together and see how we can work together and, create activities, create something fun for people that's less fortunate than ourselves. So that is who we are. As you can see from my videos, I do care about people. I'm not liked by a lot of people, but you pretty much know where you stand with me, and I'm straightforward, and that's what you want in life. You want people that's there to tell you the truth as it is and nothing else but the truth. No coloring it in, no photoshopping it. You want people to be honest with you, and a lot of people value my honesty, but a lot of people don't value my honesty. So, again, Paraguay, the immigration has gone through the roof. Not just from our side, but in general. You know how many people are applying now for Paraguay? So if you think you're going to make a quick flyover and do a thing there, no, don't. Plan ahead because, literally there is a longer waiting period. They're bringing new systems in place as well, new restrictions, new kind of stuff. So be prepared, chickens and eagles. And again, for those who come from countries that require a visa, we have great success, 100% so far. Touch wood, praise to be, everything else is working out fine. So immigration, our motivation letters, our invitation letters, all of that is working well. We deal with the embassy that you are applying for, the Paraguayan residency, as well as we deal with the Department of Foreign Affairs here. So we keep everybody in the loop and we make sure everybody is swimmingly and happy and stress-free and all of these kind of things. So again, as you can see, I am who I am and we are who we are. And when I say we, I'm not referring to myself as an African psychopath. Somebody mentioned that the other day. Thank you very much, Annette. You make me laugh because I always have to say we because I represent, not just me, I represent a few people. I also represent our community projects as well as the company. And like I always say to people, when I say we, it is because I mean it's representing other people because I've been public speaking for such a long time, as well with alternative healthcare, natural healthcare, human rights and all these kind of things. So I always have the habit of saying we. So it's not like I'm a psychopath or something. Again, just be happy, be yourself. I'm not identifying as a we either. I'm a man, okay? The world's gone crazy with words. People like to do this word porn thing and say one thing wrong and you're out. And that's the way it's sad, how life has become. But again, love, light, and all those wonderful things. Reach out. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, or anything like that, just reach out. If you're planning a trip and it's not necessarily about immigration or residency, but you want to come and explore, you want to come and hang out with me here in Itakarubi or one of our guest houses, or you just want to come and drop by for ice cold beer, whatever, reach out. I'm literally an open book, and I'm literally an open door as well. Most of the time, I don't even lock the door. Like this morning, I was looking for the house keys to get out of the house. House keys were still in the car, in the ignition. So, blessed be for a safe country. And I mean, come on, love, light, and all those things.